Hello, this is Shishi coming to you today with a flower tutorial on how to make the elegant fancy layered flower. And I have a template that I will include in the description box below to download so that you can follow along with my tutorial. It looks like this. And to show you what you'll need for the project, the flowers are, you'll need 3 of the big flower layers. You'll need 2 of the medium size and 1 small size. So you just need to cut those out to follow along with the tutorial. And I'll show you what the flower looks like. Have one in white, one in yellow, looks like this, and one in like a burgundy color. Okay. So that's what you'll need for the project. Some cardstock or whatever paper you choose to use. You'll need some type of spoon or measuring spoon to use to cup your flowers. A pair of scissors to cut out the flowers, and some glue. You'll need some stamens or whatever bling you want to use for your flower centers. You'll need a paper puncher if you're going to use stamens or whatever you choose to puncture your paper, and a water bottle to spritz your flowers to get them a little damp. Okay, so that's all you'll need for the project today, and let's get started. So I have already cut out my flower layers. Now I did draw them out for you, and I tried to make the edges smooth, but if you would like the edges to be jagged, as you can see, like so, I'll show you a technique to get them jagged because I wanted them to be easy to cut out. So I'm looking for an example that I can show you on how to trim out the flower layers. Had one handy and I just mixed them all up. I apologize. Okay, here it is. Okay, so to get the jagged edges, you'll just take your scissors and trim along, and then just move the paper up and down as you're trimming, and that will get you the jagged edges. You can also use deco scissors if you have those that have the little fancy edges, and that'll give you the different jagged edges. And just keep trimming until you have the desired jagged edge that you like. And so it looks like that. I hope you can see all the different jagged edges. Okay, so we'll get started with this, and I'll spritz my paper and get it sort of damp, and then what you'll do is you'll just press the paper in to your spoon, like whatever measuring spoon you choose to use. I use this type of spoon. This is my crafting spoon, and this gives me the deep cup that I wish, you know, for all my flower layers. So we're just going to press in on all the sides of the flower, and then it may get a little wrinkled, but that's okay. So you'll get something like that. So I'll just set that aside, and then I'll just do all my flowers, and then just move on to the next one, and just kind of, you know, get them so like that. It's a really quick flower to assemble together. Doesn't take a lot of time, but it's a really elegant flower once you get them all assembled. So just press them in so you get that deep cup shape. For the lower layers, I don't like to press that much, so that I don't have the deep cup. But for the smaller layers, I do press a little bit harder to get the deeper cup. So it's just an easy technique. So I hope this tutorial is easy to follow. So as you can see, the cup is forming, and then I'll do the the three petal flower, and then this one I'll press a little bit harder into that cup of my spoon to cup it up. This technique was inspired by the Becca Feekin tutorial that I saw on YouTube. I kind of knew about this technique a while ago, but I couldn't find any stamens in my local area, so I haven't been able to post any videos on this type of flower. But she did have a spellbinder die that I wanted, and then I found out that I don't have the proper die cutting machine to buy it, to use it, so it doesn't work in my Big Shot according to the website that I was trying to buy it from. So it only works in the Platinum spellbinder machine. So I looked at what the flowers look like, and so I just drew them out. So I tried to get them as close to what the design of that flower looks like, and I hope you enjoyed my drawing. I hope it's pretty and you enjoy the flower. So that's what I came up with. And you know, you have to come up with your own design sometimes when you don't have the proper equipment to do what's out in the market. So this is my take on that type of flower. So I hope you enjoy, and I include that download in the description box below, and I believe you can make other flowers with these type of layers too, but this is the one that I like the best, that I saw from her video. So okay, I have this one, it's cupped up like that. Now here's the last one. So I'll give this a spray, and this one I'll give a deeper press. So I really like the design of that flower, but mine's a little bit different, so I hope you enjoyed this. I'm doing my best to provide unique content, but it's, you know, like I said, it's a variation of what she had on her tutorial. But you know, like I said, when your budget's tight and you have to come up with your own stuff, it can be a challenge. So here I have this one. So for the stamens, this is where you'll need some type of punch to punch a hole to make for the flower center. So I'll just slide this in my little paper puncher to get it as close to the middle as possible to put my stamens in the middle. Okay. And so then I'll just glue all my layers together with some glue. So you just put some glue in the center, and like I said, you start with the 3 largest flowers and you just kind of offset each one. Give it a good press when you're using wet glue. You can use any type of glue you choose. Hot glue does dry pretty fast, but I like to use wet glue for paper. It's easier for me. And then I do the 3-layer one like so, and just offset it. Then you take this one and offset that one. Oh, and for this one we don't need the 3rd one. I'm sorry. I meant to tell you we only need 2 for the 2nd tier of the 3 layers. I cut out an extra one in case the 3rd one got too wet. So this is what we have so far, and this is what you'll need for the stamen. Okay, for this part of the tutorial, this is where you insert the stamens inside the little hole that you punched. So you just group them together and stick them in like so. and then just slide them in like that. And then what you'll do is get some hot glue, which I don't have right now. Hot glue gun is on the fritz. So what you'll do is hot glue them down into the center of the flower like that, and then it'll stand up like so, and then that's your flower. You just kind of offset it, and then you just spread out the stamens like that, and then that's your flower. And you could ink the edges if you want to give it some extra color or texture or somewhat. But that's how you make this elegant flower. So here's the finished flower. I hope you like this flower. It's a little big. You know, maybe this will be a nice flower for the box, a gift box, and maybe could go on a card. You'll probably definitely need to make a box for the card, because as you can see, it's very big and dimensional. This would look nice for Mother's Day, you know, if you have some Mother's Day projects. So I really like this design of the flower. I hope you like it. So here's yellow, here's blue, here's the one I did in burgundy. So again, I hope you'll give this a try. Here's the one I did in white. So take care, everyone. Enjoy making these flowers. Share with your friends. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so. Have a great day.